And we just have a piece of heart there in the
flooded
soggy
weather.
item.
Soggy item. A soggy heart container, not a heart container, a heart piece. And DT chooses to get it, now going towards Minimal Dome Cave while sonicam is following him.
And with the fighter's sword, Mini Moldorm Cave is a little easier than just trying to do it with something like the hammer.
Going to see what this cave has for us. 50 rupees, 1 heart container, a piece of heart, 20 bucks, and another piece of heart.
Nothing great. So Aghanim is still the play the seed is pointing to.
Yeah. The seed doesn't want to give them any other item than go to Aghanim. We're going to see probably a nice hard cave check. Yep. DT currently heading over there while sonicam is using his bombs to get rid of the minimal domes. Fortunately, isn't having much luck.
Gets there. DT checking Ice Shroud Cave. I personally hate Ice Shroud Cave. I never check it until I'm sure I've lost the race.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad place. It's a long walk, but it's
Yep,
totally worth it.
Today, there it is, the Titans Myths. I would have lost this race just straight up right there. So now it's a search for the boots to make the Aga play worth it. But
yeah,
if Pod is a pendant, then when do you even route that in? Because then you would only need it for Ganon's tower.
Yeah. But you know what's also interesting? That they don't have pod access yet without defeating Aghanim. With the Titans Myths, the only warp they have access to right now is the one in Kakariko Village. And they can't get over to pod with the items they have now.
That's very true.
But
TT dodging fireballs.
Don't want to die there. As he's doing the Fake Flippers glitch. And now as he's going into the waterfall, he will enter it, exit right away, and he'll be walking on water. This is all possible because he has the Moon Pearl and no flippers. And he manages to get the Quake Medallion with the sequence break. And he's going to pay a visit to Zora.
Huge.
Yeah, could be very huge. And with 503 rupees, he's going to pay Zora a visit. While sonicam chooses to go right in the Dark World, 15 minutes into the seed. And here we are with Swamp Palace as the red pendant, Ice as the green pendant, and Mizrimayer as our other 5-6 crystal.
Oh, so that it's Pod as a crystal, so
yep.
You have to route it in a little sooner. You want to get that bow.
So you know bow way. Since you need bow, you know boots will be accessible at least before Ganon's tower.
That's always a good feeling. Until it's the last thing you get before the bow.
Yeah.
So far, nothing in the chess game for sonicam in the Dark World. Coming over here to the C-shaped house.
Yep, and I don't think DT got anything worth from Zora.
No, it was just a
red
red
his money. Yeah, he spent all his money on a very small return of investment.
DT finding out where everything is, crystal and pendant wise now. Ooh, half magic.
Ooh, nice. That goes well with the fire rod they already have.
And some more early divergence. DT going up into Skullwoods.
Yeah. It's a pretty interesting play because he has all the items he needs to defeat Skullwoods, defeat the boss and get the crystal. But with this amount of hearts and still on Fighter's Sword, the Motsula fight can be quite hard for him. But we'll see
And
how he
without going
manages.
to Village of Outcasts, he doesn't have the half magic, so it's going to be a little bit harder even.
Yeah. But we'll see if he feels confident enough to do it and how he manages.
Sonicam is grabbing the blacksmith.
Yeah, and he's going to take him on the little wall tower. Also, something interesting from DT's play here is that he chooses to go straight to the back part of Skullwoods and defeat the boss. So he's hoping to skip checking some chests in the early parts of Skullwoods.
And the mirror there for Sonicam off of the Stumpy, so that changes his route a little bit. Opens up Cave 45.
Yeah, actually it gives him way better options than without the mirror, and he gets the hood shot out of it.
That's crazy.
Really a big, nice chain of items right there.
Very convenient. Very, very convenient.
And now he's going back in the village to mirror and deliver blacksmith.
Might as well go back, pick up the purple chest, and then keep going.
Yeah.
Now DT going into Mothula.
Now he's exclusively on his fighter sword.
Yep, out of magic. Still on full health. Until I say something.
Commentator's curse.
How many hits is it with the fighter sword to kill Mothula?
I don't know, I think it's 8 with the master sword, so that would mean 16 with the fighter sword.
And there he goes, he's got it. No problems
Yeah,
for DT. 3 hearts remaining. Gets a map for his troubles. And a crystal.
Very nice fight from DT here.
Now he's going back in to check the other chests back here.
Yep.
While Sonicam carries the purple chest on.
And just a piece of heart for that chest. And DT, unfortunately not having the mirror yet, will have to walk all the way back.
And that's one of the 2 items, so there's still another item to find in the rest of this dungeon.
You will have to go in the front part of Skullwoods. You know, we get a hype cave from sonicam, which gives him the bad boomerang.
Oh, that's the best boomerang. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh.
Well. Well, both boomerangs. The good and the bad. Whichever order you want.
They're both good, just one's better.
Yeah. I will go with that. One's better.
It's up to you to decide. Alright, now back into the front half of Skullwoods. The flute!
Wow. That's also a very nice item for DT's rodding.
That opens up lots of things. And with the Quake Medallion, that could possibly unlock Misery Mire once he gets the mirror and the hook shot.
Oh yeah, already. I think both our runners are going to have very different routes.
Oh,
And
oh,
wow.
the hammer.
In Bumper Cave. That's amazing.
Just finding things all over the world today.
Yep, both north and south of Village of Outcast. And it's very interesting that while sonicam did the sword part and got his mirror and hookshot there, DT got his flute plus hammer from the north part. Very different plays that will lead them to different directions.
And DT with the immediate save and quit. Alright, so now we have sonicam, looks like going up to Death Mountain.
Yeah,
with
the
full
hookshot,
access.
yeah, that's a good play.
And with the mitts can get all the way over to Dark Death Mountain, check all sorts of things over there. Now
Meanwhile,
DT's
DT
activating the flute.
sonicam met some old man in the cave there. So he's going to deliver him, not it, to his safe house and just for a piece of heart. DT delivering his mushroom with the flute, that's a convenient point to do it now.
It really trivializes having to route that in. Just quick flute to 2.
Yep. Just for a few bucks though.
Oh, just a red rupee inside Spectacle Rock also.
There's a heart container on top of the Spectacle Rock.
I wouldn't be surprised to see sonicam pick that up on the way up to Hera here.
Yeah, especially since they don't have lots of hearts yet.
And now with the hammer, that'll put DT straight towards Thieves Town because he can full clear it and get all the items for sure.
Yeah, no reason to put it until you're further ahead.
Crazy how the routes have diverged and are just paying off on both sides. It's great to see.
Yeah. It's pretty hard for me to say who is ahead of the other until we see what each of the roads will give them.
Big key there for DT. sonicam also got the big key there in Hera, going straight up.
Yep. When going to Hera, you always hope you won't have to do the basement. That we will see him find both items upstairs.
And in the current version of the logic, their key can even be down there, locked behind itself.
Yep. And did both of them just find a bottle too? If I'm not going crazy.
Oh, you're not.
It's like they're finding the same items in different dungeons.
I don't know, sonicam found the compass in the basement, but didn't pick it up, so just same things everywhere.
Yeah. Quite nice strategy with the cape right there. To get bumped back by the bumper.
It's pretty neat. I haven't seen that one before.
Yeah, me neither. That's one of those small time savers that are always nice to know. And I really like also using the cape on Moldom like he's doing.
No need to worry about getting knocked off if you're invisible.
Yeah, and especially with half magic, he had all the time in the world to complete the fight.
Just some bombs, but that means no basement today.
Yep, no basement and an additional crystal. So this is very great, and both runners with 1 crystal as their count right now.
And different crystals at that.
Yep. But DT is already heading towards his second one. He's pretty much halfway down with Thieves Town.
Right about. Sonicam coming over here to the Paradox Cave. 7 items in here, 2 on this level, and then another 5 up top.
Yep, the 2 bottom chests are not delivering up to expectations. We'll see what goes in the 5 following chests.
Oh, nice, getting all 3 with 1 spin.
That was very nice. And look at this maiden on TT's screen.
That's the pallets. Oh, the
Yeah.
flippers for Sonicam. That's a great progression item.
Yep. And I'm confusing seats. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Alright, now DT's about to head into the blind fight.
Yep.
Fight's completely scripted as the maiden turns back normal.
Completely scripted until you mess up the script, but I think DT has it. Yep.
It was looking good so far.
Second phase looking good. And third phase only getting hit once. Pretty good fight here.
Two very clean boss fights for DT today.
Meanwhile, sonicam just finished walking all the way off Spiral Cave, only to get a plastic shield.
Not worth it, probably. But it does drop him down right here. He can warp to the Dark World, check the items over there, full clear hookshot cave, see what Turtle Rock is.
Oh yeah, he's still there for a little while. And finding items. Also something to note, while you mentioned the key was locked in Hera's basement, the same thing happened with the key of Thieves Town, which is still locked in the big chest.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's like they almost just made the same dungeons, but different.
A red rupee and a bomb upgrade there in the Super Bunny Cave. The same 2 exact things in the Light World in the bottom of Paradox Cave. Getting to see what these hammer pegs are going to be.
And oh, quick medallion for Turtle Rock.
Oh, that could be big. DT already having gotten the Quake could possibly send him in there without having to go back to Zora.
Yep. But sonicam getting the flippers will maybe put him on the way to Wonderful Cave sooner than we would expect otherwise. So, still a good item that he found.
And DT found the silver arrows there in the Peg Cave to go with that bow hiding on the ledge.
Yeah, he just needs the boots now. Be able to use the silver arrows.
Maybe you can throw them at things. No, that probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, but it would be nice.
Alright, so sonicam going swimming is going to go check the hobo. DT did not make it up here to see the hobo earlier.
Yep, that's true. And sonicam will maybe be going to Waterfall Cave right after. He already has double the money he needs for Zoha, so I think
It would not surprise me in the least.
he wants to go there.
Just a piece of heart.
Yep. Meanwhile, I think DT is going to make the exact same play with the frog.
Yep.
He's going over to Skippy, getting his hammer, not his hammer, but his mirror.
Makes sense why he would have did the pegs when he did. Now he's gonna be thinking, why did I do those pegs? I gotta go back there right now. But
Yeah.
all that will be nothing once he sees the hook shot here. It'll be, wait, now where can I go? So there's the Quake for sonicam and the hook shot for DT.
Both must be very happy with their find just now.
And DT is making the exact same play, going straight back to take the blacksmith back. So far, we have pretty much the same things. sonicam has the flippers, DT has the flute. Everything else is about even.
Yep.
2 crystals on
And the
DT's
hammer.
side. 1. Oh, and the hammer. Yes, that's a pretty big thing.
DT has the hammer and flute advantage right now.
sonicam back to the sanctuary. Looks like heading back to the dark world over here.
I think DT will be fruiting right to 7 to deliver the purple chest as fast as possible. And
That's
after that, he's.
Go ahead. I was gonna say now he can just hit the dark world from 4 and go to Hype Cave.
Yep. And that's what he's doing right now. So he'll be getting both his boomerangs.
Getting both the good and the better boomerang here very shortly.
And sonicam actually making good use of the red boomerang there to make sure these enemies don't hurt him.
They hit like trucks,
Oh yeah.
like most things in the dark world.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the first boomerang for DT. And the second.
Both good, one better than the other. Now, after all that, DT could go in Swamp if only he had the flippers that sonicam got in Death Fountain.
If only.
But let's see where he's going, and he's going to either the pyramid or pod.
Without the bow, I think the pyramid is probably good. But what if you had to go into pod to get the boots to get the bow? That would just be mean.
Oh yeah, that would be very mean. Anyway, sonicam is going to get into his fight with Motsula, with also the fighter sword, but with half magic, he's probably going to be way more liberal in his use of the fire rod.
Yeah, half magic helps out just a little bit in this fight.
And the boss is actually giving him a nice pattern too.
And there you are, folks. 2 players, 2 fighters, sword Mothula fights, 2-0 against the bug.
Yep, don't let the bugs defeat you. And DT was not happy with what he found in the pyramid, so he's going to the catfish.
It was just a piece of heart, but there was the moth fight was so good. I just couldn't talk.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even look at the pyramid either. I just noticed that DT didn't pick it up, so I assumed he was not happy with it.
And just an upgrade from the catfish.
Yeah, he's half using the gift.
Sonicam showing the power of the mirror in the Skullwoods there.
Yep, that saved him the long walk back. And DT is going to do Death Mountain, so we're going to be doing pretty much the same route as Sonicam, with the Tower of Hera and East Death Mountain right there.
Sonicam will probably go straight to Thieves Town, so just running back over each other's footsteps.
Yeah. The only additional thing that DT will be able to do is open Turtle Rock, but without the Cane of Samaria, which is still missing in action, he won't even be able to go even one room further in the dungeon.
But can't open the door, which makes it just a little bit easier for later.
Yeah, just a little bit faster to come back.
Benefits of having both the hammer and the Quake medallion.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised we didn't see him go to the Mire area before this.
Yeah, it would have been very interesting to see the Mire medallion and the contents of both Mire Shed, then Checkerboard Cave, and maybe even a desert check.
And here we are, Sonicam, gonna find the flute.
Yep. He's going to be very happy with his find. It will allow him to route certain things a little bit faster. Now let's see if he's going to check Bumper Cave.
It looks like it.
Yeah, he is. So he's going to get his hammer as well.
Oh, that double take again. Wait, what was that? That was the hammer.
Oh, surprising. So we still have a couple items that they're going to need. That would be very well hidden anywhere in the seed. We have the boots, which we need for the bow, and because boots are awesome. We also have the Cane of Samaria they're going to need for 2 dungeons. And
Oh, the key was in the big chest, not the basement in Hera. Oops. Must be the map.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Sorry to interrupt your thought.
no, that's okay. I think they're missing the boots for the bow. They're missing Samaria. Whatever medallions is required for Mire. That's it. DT still needs to find his flippers, but he's going to get there soon.
We need the ice rod also.
Yeah, that's true, the ice rod. I hate the ice rod.
It's just in Turtle Rock, so we don't have to worry that much about it, right?
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're down.
Sonicam checks the graveyard ledge for just another heart container, so that's something else we didn't see when GT was over there without the mirror.
Yep. So that's the advantage of getting the mirror sooner. And having a little trouble with the thief there.
Need to activate the flute anyway. Why not just, yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Get hit of the thief and activate the flute. Maybe he just wanted a hug.
I mean, isn't that what anybody ever just wants?
I agree. Thief is just more aggressive in his wanting of a hug.
Now DT making a long walk around the spiral cave. Well, sonicam gets the big key.
Yeah, but he's going to check all the chests in Thieves Town anyway. And except for the big chest, which we know has only the small key inside. So they can't even get to that hole.
And now DT going into the dark world, and then is going to use the mirror here to go through Paradox Cave and then just come right back out and climb the mountain in the dark world because of going through Spiral Cave first.
Yep. So placing the mirror warp there to enable a nice little shortcut back to the dark world.
One of my favorite little time saves on Death Mountain.
Yeah. I would be glad if there were more time saves like this one. With placing your mirror warps at good places just to be able to warp back. I feel this game needs more of those minor time saves in Randomizer. But DT
just gotta work on quick warps.
Yeah. Oh man, the quick warps having even more value. Oh no. Forget what I said.
DT now has the flippers, has unbroken his sequence.
He's now back on sequence and he's going to get the news of the Total Rock Medallion very soon.
Now sonicam about halfway done with Thieves Town. Dueling red rupee pickups.
Now let's see if DT is going to bother opening Total Rock, and looks like a no.
No, he is not. At least not yet.
Yeah, at least not yet. He still needs to check hookshot kick.
And he finds all the trash inside. I guess it's not all trash, it's just not progression.
And no, choosing not to open Total Rock. He is
straight to Spike Cave.
Yeah. No, I thought he was going towards Ganon's Tower.
Well, if he's going to Ganon's Tower, he's going to be sadly disappointed.
Yeah.
Alright, now we have the blind fight coming up here for sonicam. Nice phase one. A very nice phase two.
Yep. DT down to 1 heart in the Spike Cave, but with his cape surviving through just for narrow upgrade.
And a nice phase three there for sonicam. Couple of nice blind fights tonight.
2 nice blind fights tonight. We are served.
The execution has been on point, just like we thought it would be.
Yep.
A couple of very good players. Now we have DT going into the Meyer area.
Yeah. Finally, you're going to see which is Meyer's medallion, and it's either, which we don't know its whereabouts.
Another item to go find.
Yeah. And we get the red mail.
More
and another
defense.
robbery. Yeah.
It's always welcome.
Sonicam also getting his silver rose.
Just needs to find the boots and go kill the wizard to use it.
Would be nice if you could kick the wizard with the boots.
And the red shield from DT, he doesn't want it. Doesn't need that second shield upgrade.
Yeah. He's not going for mirror shield. And they're both in Meyer area. Almost doing a high five there.
The routes are coming back together.
Yeah, now with the exact same 3 crystals and the exact same items. They're pretty much even right now. After all this whole divergence.
Crazy opening 50 minutes to this race. Oh, and the map is on the torch, so we can finish desert.
Yeah. It's nice that the boots are not required for desert. But at the same time, I think you're also a little sad because... Well,
No,
that's...
now they can be at Landmo.
Yeah, but, you know, it's also... I don't need the boots to finish desert, so they can be a bit later.
Oh, yeah,
While,
okay.
yeah, if they're required for desert, you can be, oh, I'm gonna find them very soon.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Especially that they have to take that long walk just to get the big key, then open the big chest to get the small key, and go back all the way right.
At least he has the mirror.
Yeah, at least he has a mirror and it does not have to go all the way back left just to get to the boss.
Oh, and there they are.
Nice. And we saw DT doing a little dance right there. In his boots. And the Chain of Burna, so that's both items.
And Burna, right there on the right side.
Wow. That's an amazing... And he's going away.
Not
He's not
even gonna go
completely
kill
desert.
Landon.
Yeah.
What's that bow and those silver arrows?
Well, you know what? It makes for a very quick kill of Landmos.
It really does. I mean, the fire rod does also half magic, but
Yeah.
it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, really.
Yeah. For myself, I would have gone with the fire rod, but I think DT is very eager to get his bow, and it's also a very good choice.
Who can blame him? Pod sitting there wanting to be finished.
And since you know you can just save desert for last because you already have both items, why not? But Sonicam chooses to do the other thing and complete desert right now. Which, yeah, neither is a bad thing.
No, not at all.
There's maybe a couple seconds difference between both plays. And honestly, I don't even know for which players the seconds difference are going to be. It's all going to depend on their proficiency at killing landmoras with the weapons they choose.
DT running up the castle tower. Well, sonicam's about to go into this landmine fight. They're going into this fight. DT is not going to have the bug net, which is the one item that he said he didn't want to find. So I'm sure he'll be happy to not have to do any swagging him.
Well, you never have to do, you're never required to do swag him strats. But personally, I like net dashing in Aganim.
Just looks so cool.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, while sonicam did a very quick kill of Landmolas, I think that was 2 cycles.
And then a quick flute away.
And I think he's going to Aganim too right now.
It's what it looks like.
Yep.
And
So,
the race is very close.
now that we are at the Aganim fight, how many blue balls do you think the seed has seeded for the runners?
I'm gonna say 4.
Oh, I'm going to go for 2 blue balls. I think this is going to be a regular fast Aganim.
Well, I hope you're right. There's one.
Oh, that's already one.
Well, the fire rod makes such good fast work of those 2 first ball and chain guards.
Oh yeah, the fire rod is amazing with all those common enemies.
So far, only 1 on DT's side. Oh, there's 2.
And a second one. Third one. You're going to win.
Oh, there's 4. The hook shot strat's out.
So that
And
was
down
4.
go 4.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I really wanted it to be less, so I was just guessing.
Well, you're good at guessing.
Nice fire strats for sonicam.
Yep, I think at that point DT was doing armor strats.
He was.
So a couple of different strategies going in these homes. And now he's going straight to Lumberjack's cave to get his bow.
Yes. We'll be very happy to get the bow. Be 1 step closer to finishing the game. DT getting the bow right as Aghanim banishes Zelda to the Dark World over on the left-hand side. So
No,
1 Aghanim fight apart, just about.
Now quite a couple dungeons are open. Pod, Swamp, Finishing Desert. And
The
there's
swamp has
also,
been open for a little while too.
Yeah, they could have done it with as soon as they got flippers, in fact. Right, flippers for DT side. And I think sonicam needed the hammer to unlock Swamp.
Yes, that was correct.
But being a crystal dungeon, DT really wants to complete it now.
And it makes sense.
Mhm.
Always rather go into crystal dungeons before you go into pendant dungeons.
Yeah. And Ice is also a pendant dungeon that that has been accessible for a while. But being a pendant dungeon, they probably don't want to go there. Although it's a green one, so one more item that's possible. Yep.
And with the one small key, DT can route pod straight to the arena here. Ooh, powder.
Yeah, already our first item, powder.
That's always a nice item to find, both as a safety and just to go look up what the bat might have.
Yep.
Sonicam with the save and quit to the sanctuary. Also going to go get the bow here, but is going to route in the King's Tomb and the Bonk Rocks also.
Also a nice decision. Fortunately, King's Tomb not paying off today.
Just some more arrows for you.
Yeah. Well, it is dashing through Palace of Darkness and finding the big key there. Been a very nice bonk to get back off the ledge. Back on the ledge, I mean.
And now heading straight to the back. With the big key and one key here, we might see a hammer yam.
And indeed we are. Meanwhile, sonicam is going to get his bow and very nice hammer yam from DT. Very few both bufferings there.
Gets a map inside for his troubles.
Yep, and he's now doing Dark Maze backwards, getting 300 bucks, and will be opening the key door like this. But this is a bit of a faster way to get to the Dark Maze and getting all the items while staying going through the dungeon.
Powder and the book, a couple of fetch quests.
Yep, Palace of Fetch Quest.
So now the book opens up a couple of tablets and everybody's favorite location on the entire map.
Oh my god. Don't speak to me about this location. And the ice rod, wow! That's not a fetch quest, but that's a very nice item. I mean, you don't want this item to be your go mode item, but you're very happy to find it before having all the other items.
Speaking of fetch quest, Sonicam finds the shovel in the back of Sahasrara's hut. A place that neither player has been to yet.
Yeah.
Until just now. Because the seed has just been that crazy.
And shovel is actually an interesting fetch item to find in this location because it has been accessible since the very beginning of the seed. And they only got there 1 hour in. So I think one thing that's probably going in sonicam's head is maybe, or at least if I was sonicam, I would think, oh, what if DT found the shovel like 10 minutes in the seed? And what if the shovel is an item I need?
That would be my exact thoughts the moment I got that. Oh, well, he got that at 15 minutes in, probably. Oops.
I mean, now that he has the boots, there's almost no reason not to check the shovel spot really quick once he's done with Bud and everything he wants to do here.
Just a quick flute over.
quick float and quick dashing. We got to see a very nice hammer dash from DT there in the hallway. Now fighting against Hermes Arcane.
Takes 17 hits with the hammer to break the mask, and then one shot with the silver arrow. The silver arrows trivialize so many parts of the game.
That's not an item the game expected to have. Expected you to have this early.
No, not at all.
And sonicam switching to bomb, so he's also going to be doing the hammer yum there.
So at 1 hour and 3 minutes in, we have 4 crystals on both sides. And one of them is different. And DT flying away.
Not checking desert, not checking Sahashala's hut. He's going right back to the pedestal. He wants to know.
Wants the knowledge. Before
he wants the
anything
knowledge. So go ahead.
No, that's all I was gonna say. Wants to know before he does anything else.
Yep, especially Eastern. He got his book and he just went, well, I'm going to see where if I need to complete Amos. No pedestal today. Just a piece of heart.
That's probably a relief. Now it's just diving into pendant dungeons for items, not for pendants.
Yep. So if he goes in a pendant dungeon, gets all the items, and there's only the boss remaining, he doesn't need to fight the boss. He just doesn't. Except for the green pendant. Which there's no way to know what will give us until we deliver it.
And then it's a green ruby.
Well,
At least in my experience.
Yeah, but it must match the green pendant. I mean, green rupee for green pendants, that's good. That's good value. If you get a red cane for that, that's bad.
Yeah. You got me. DT now check in the graveyard ledge. Going to be disappointed in the heart, but might pick it up anyway. Now sonicam heading through the dark part of Pod. Gonna go through some turtle rooms. And then to Helmasaur.
Yep. Going to kill the Hermasaur with probably Silver Row 2. And
sonicam pulling a Quake
away.
Strats.
Yeah. That's very nice.
Did it?
Those fire rod shots were very fast.
Indeed. Now DT getting another heart here on from the Bonk Rocks. sonicam heading into the Helma fight.
Right. So now that you have all these pendant dungeons completely opened, you know that the pedestal is nothing good, but you still need a cane for 2 other dungeons you need to complete.
And you need Ether to get in to even get into Mire.
Yeah. That probably means they're going to have to dip in pendant dungeons to find the cane.
I would go straight to Ice Palace, honestly. Just because I hate Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I think ice is especially interesting right now because it has it also has a green pendant.
I really
If you
like
go in
this build
ice-
for sonicam too, though.
Yeah, I really like going in Eastern. And I think DT is going to make the same play.
Gonna come check the back and get the shovel, and then probably. Yep, DT is gonna get his shovel now. Sonic, I'm gonna come over here and get to bypass the top room of Eastern here. The hook shot can just bridge the gap like that. Oh, DT floating away. Fluting away.
Yep, choosing to dig right now. He got an urge. He got an urge to dig. And who would not? You're 1 hour 8 into the seed. You're still missing 2 items, and you don't want to dive and then dungeons.
50 rupees.
And he goes with the swag with the shovel dash.
Oh, we're gonna see a swamp play.
Ooh, yeah. I think I'm getting a piece of heart from the Eastern Palace big chest, so nothing resting as of now.
Yeah,
And you
just
know
a
what?
bottle, and that. There's just one more item.
Yep, and you know what? They're also missing one other item to finish the game, and that's the Master Sword. They haven't
Oh.
found another sword upgrade since the Fighter Sword.
We did say that right at the beginning. You definitely need 2 swords.
Yeah.
Oh, bomb. What is the Bombos tablet gonna have? We won't be able to get it, but we'll be able to know what it is. 3
No,
bombs.
just 3 bombs. And again as Cave, which was checked by sonicam, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it. I think it was trash. I don't
Yeah.
think it was anything good.
I mean, trash is a good guess. Most of the items are trash.
Generally.
Yeah, that's
Well,
an
yeah.
expensive trash.
Not quite trash, but almost. At this point, kinda. So with the item on Armos, sonicam has to go all the way through.
Yeah. So even if you don't want to complete this pendant dungeon, you kinda need to get all the items.
And DT going to check the hobo. He really doesn't want to go into pendant dungeons.
Yep.
Another trivialized boss with the silver
Yeah.
arrows.
Very good fight. I hope you didn't blink through the fight. But he only got a piece of heart through this and the blue pendant.
So Eastern
that means-
completely worthless.
Yeah, completely.
Oh, and I bet we see him go straight to 2 now as he menued right over that mushroom. And in the name of DT, now heading into the Ice Palace, moving our second pendant dungeon. Saw him buying some blue potions. He's got a bunch of money. Might as well. You got the bottles. There anyway, getting the item. He's gonna head over and check the shovel also.
DT making quick work of the Inquinators with his hookshot. Hookshot is a very interesting item. It can one-hit kill, I think, well, if not most, quite a very big number of enemies in the game. while not really being a weapon.
And it can help your movement. It's just a great item all around.
Yeah, very great item.
Now sonicam making these other overworld checks. Checks that we know aren't going to pay up, but at the same time, do you ever really want to have to full clear Ice Palace or Swamp Palace?
Oh yeah, definitely not. DT going for the bomb jump in ice, first try. And he really made it seem like it was very easy to do and it was free all the time.
Just no issues at all. sonicam going up Death Mountain. It looks like he's gonna head over now to Spike Cave.
Yeah,
maybe also
maybe.
check Ether.
That would be a good thing to do while you're there. And DT doing another bomb jump in ice, because there are so many holes in this dungeon that you want to jump over.
All of the
Indoor
rupees.
tablet. Yeah, rupee horde. No,
Now the right side of ice and Spike all together.
Yeah, just spikes on both screens.
And using the cape and spin speed to go right back out.
Yep, that's a very nice strategy, and the Master Sword on DT's side. So one less item for go mode. Nice.
Almost there. Just 2 more items.
Yep.
That's the first item we found out of this dungeon so far, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know. If he found other items, they must have been trashed.
I think we found all the dungeon items in a key, and then that.
Could be. But sonicam is going to be making the swamp place, so different place.
The routes diverge again.
Yeah,
They started
results.
different, came together, and heading back off again.
That's a great race we have there, guys.
We're gonna get a big chest check here. A single arrow. At least he's got the bow to shoot it with.
I mean, with one single arrow in such a big chest, I mean, it's like it's at the bottom of the chest. Link has to reach out to it and then take it out and be yeah.
So lonely in there. Alright, now Cold Stare. It'll be a little easier with extra fire rod shots, but Master Sword Cold Stare is still not a whole lot of fun.
No, really not. Still getting the speed. Not the speed, the spin. Sorry.
It's one of the puffs down. There's 2. And 3. Nice and easy with the fire.
Yeah, very nice job of combining the fires, rod and the sword.
And Just a heart container, so that puts the likelihood of something here in Swamp for Sonicam
Yep.
up there.
Unless the green pendant is something. There's always hope
that's-
for the green pendant.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see DT do Eastern and to Green Pendant both right here back to back.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be a good way to I mean, to keep his play on doing ice. And sonicam skipping the left side of Swamp, choosing to go right. The bite side and the cane.
There's the red cane from the green pendant. What did you say? That wouldn't be good if it was the red cane? I think you said something like that.
Yeah, I exactly said that it wouldn't be good if it was a red cane because it didn't fit with the green pendant and Sahasrara's clothes.
Well, there you have it.
That's why he's giving it away. He's like, nah, that doesn't fit with me. And sonicam getting the bumbos and 50 rupees there from the back of Swamp. Yeah.
And let's see, with that, that's a 5 bomb upgrade. That's 4 items out of Swamp so far. So there's still 2 to find.
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe
If I was
one of
counting
the-
correctly.
DT getting a rupee hoard from the Ether tablet, and he's going right in Turtle Rock, most probably.
I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah,
For
he
this
can
play.
complete this dungeon now, so might as well find Ether over there.
And Sonicam still on the fighter sword. Has to do menu percent Argus.
Oh. This one's hard to look at.
You can also charge sword spins with the fighter sword, but I'm not sure which one's actually faster.
Yeah, I heard that fighter sword spins would actually be faster, but I haven't tested it myself.
I generally just go for menu percent like this. Oh, and he hits him with the arrow, but too early. And Argus just bouncing around.
He finally gets it. Now Argus is down, and he's probably going to want to do the left side now.
Yeah, with the big key has to be on the left side. And then the big chest and the other thing, I think, have to be items. So I would not fall to another play back in here. And DT is heading back through Turtle Rock. Gonna be getting through this pokey room and onto some chain shops.
Yep,
Sonic
they're
in,
very
Shrek in left.
dangerous.
Nice little punt of the Samaria block. Punts it a little too far.
Yeah, with a punt you have to time your unleash of the block.
Another nice use of the boomerang there. Fighter sword not quite long enough to hit the crystal switch. So what do you think? Is the progression here in Turtle Rock, or is it here in Swamp Palace?
It's a pretty hard choice. I honestly don't know. There's more chances it is in Turtle Rock. Speaking of probabilities. But I honestly don't know. And if there's nothing in Turtle Rock for DT, he's probably going to go back to Swamp Palace right away. Because the King of Samaria doesn't unlock him any other option.
Oh, and there's a red rupee for sonicam.
Oh. He still needs to open the big chest, but so far Swamp has been mostly empty.
With one last item. Oh, and there's Ether.
Well, the name of DT is now in go mode. At 1 hour 23 minutes.
It's not a bad time to hit go mode.
Yeah, and he managed to completely avoid Swamp, which is going to be very great for him. Unfortunately, sonicam with the Swamp play, that was not worth it.
And he's going to have to do all of Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Well, not all of it, but the swords on the right side and the green pendants at Gold Stair.
Yeah. That pretty much means he will do all of it.
One more reason why I hate Swamp Palace. The DT not even bothering with the laser bridge is fine with the Master Sword. Doesn't need tempered. Not gonna even waste time looking for it.
That's an interesting play. Not looking for the tempered sword.
And with no other options, here comes sonicam into Ice Palace. DT with hammer Trinex gets the menus off. While the boss is exploding, you can't access your menu, so... Nice, clean first two phases. Or first phase, really. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
That'll be the 5th crystal for In the Name of DT.
Yep, he's only missing Desert and Mizahimire, which he's going to do in a quick succession.
We'll be headed down there almost immediately. There's the bomb jump for sonicam also.
Yep, also a very easy first try every time for sonicam.
DT missing the mirror spot there, right onto some rocks.
That's the risk when you try to mirror right in the back desert entrance.
Sonicam here will be getting the Master Sword very shortly. We'll be happy to see that, I'm sure.
Yeah, it will certainly make his fight with Coaster a little more bearable than with just the Fighter Sword.
And DT already swapping over to silver arrows for this fight.
Yeah. He knows what to do with these landmolars. He's basically, yeah. He just applied the NMG strategy, but with better arrows.
Yeah, we just didn't have to hit quite so many shots.
Yeah.
Just more examples of how the silver arrows break the game.
And now he's going to complete the chain with Mizrahi, his last dungeon before Ganon's Tower.
Oh. Sonicam just barely missed that bomb jump, got knocked to the wrong side of the room.
And oh, just got knocked down the hole.
And now he gets the very lonely single arrow. Let's see what he does here. He's gonna go check the iced tea chest. Not gonna gamble on cold stare. A couple of small keys so far over here in Meyer.
The usual thing with Meyer.
Oh, and there's the big key.
Oh,
just about
nice.
the Godmire. That's very good to see after having to search everywhere for all those other items. It's the red cane especially. Now we have a cold stare fight coming up here from sonicam.
Yep. The cold sapphire with half magic, fire rod, and master sword.
Another nice good knock into the corner.
Yep, also very good users of spins and fire rod to get
It's
the
a
double
very,
kill.
very clean fight.
Yep. And inthenameofDT just about to reach Vithir's fight.
The silver arrows again just break the game.
Yeah, very easy fight right there, but yeah, with the 2 arrows, can kill it and name the map.
Now he can see how to get through the dungeon, find his way out.
Yeah. Not like he's just gonna disappear and appear at the entrance, won't he?
And there it is, the red cane for sonicam. And with that, DT is off to Ganon's Tower on Death Mountain. So you all know what that means. Get your guesses in now. The big key is somewhere in Ganon's Tower. 1 through 22. There could be possible spots for it. Where do you think it's going to be today?
Personally, I think it's going to be the 12th spot.
12th spot. All right. I always guess Bob's chest. And now sonicam coming over here.
Oh,
we're gonna get a blind pull.
Oh, blind pull.
So we do get some pedestal hype.
What a piece of heart. Well, he's still searching for heaters. Having done all these pendant dungeons for basically nothing except for ice.
Yeah,
I won't blame him.
Especially after the green pin, it gives you the red cane. Like, I would. And now we have Ganon's Tower opening.
Yeah. So the guessing game will be ending soon, or at least an unofficial guessing game for this channel. They almost make a virtual high five in different words in front of Ganon's Tower. There's the big key there. DT not going for the right side. Going right in the left side for now.
Now sonicam is opening up Turtle Rock.
One thing I wonder if is if sonicam is going to check the laser bridge for the tempered sword.
And there it is.
So a 5th chest, including the torch.
You win.
Yeah, number 5 wins. So I think nobody said 5, unfortunately, except after the fact. And I know you.
Better luck next time, everyone. Now we have just a gauntlet climb to go, and then a Master Sword Silver's Ganon fight.
I mean, unless DT decides to check some of the upstairs chests, maybe he will find a sword upgrade there. Always can always happen.
I saw a sword upgrade the other day in the chest right before Moldorm 2. And that was my tempered sword, so it definitely can happen. Oh, the Stalfos kind of trolling him a little.
It's always sad to do. And very nice blue horse head home there.
Oh, and just dodging the fire rod shot with the red horse head.
Yeah, and with the conveyor belt, the red horse head just tends to go on trips around the home, not caring at all.
Quickly into land mode 2. Almost like he just did that same thing just a second ago.
The exact same fight right there. So if you blinked earlier, that was the repeat.
Sonicam trading keys for keys. DT's about to go into my least favorite room in the whole Ganon's tower.
Why is it your least favorite home?
Because I've despawned the tower twice.
Oh god. I understand. I'm sorry.
It's the worst.
Oh yeah, I'm going to agree with you.
At GDQ was in a race and did it, and then DT actually came and finished the game for me because I was like, nope, I'm done with this.
Oh, DT getting a 10 bombs here, which is actually not an item you're gonna find the game usually, but it's an item that was added to just to being able to have the uncle giving 10 bombs as an item to start the seed. So he's getting it there in Ganon's tower.
Sonicam now is also in go mode, getting the ether medallion.
At 1 hour 38 minutes, while DT is fighting Moldom 2. and
And there's that item he didn't want to see.
he just didn't need to open that chest.
I doubt we're gonna see any swag item from him, but we can hope.
I mean, come on. You got the bug net, the last chest before Ganems 2, and you're not gonna use it? The seed is telling you to use it.
Oh, a double.
You could have gotten a triple with the bug net, I'm sure.
Probably. Could have got a double there for sure. That's 4. Oh, just missed.
I'm going to blame him not using the bug net for all the missed shots.
And down goes Aga 2.
Yeah, down he goes. That was a nice fight nonetheless.
Sonicam heading over to Trinex right now.
He's seeing his first hammer hit.
Oh, now he's gonna deal with ice on the ground.
Yeah. And meanwhile, DT is descending in Ganon's fight with the Master Sword, which means he will need to hit with spins for all
Master
the
Sword
fight.
flashes do not work.
Yeah. And he got in a very nice position there. But
You'll need
Double
12 spins in both phases. The first 2 anyway.
yeah. And always for 4 hits when they're there. Whatever the sword you're using, always 4 hits on the 3rd phase.
And with the cape, half magic, and he still has a green potion, I think shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, especially in the 2nd phase, which is the hardest of the fight. He's
He
already
is
on
through.
the 3rd phase.
So Sonicam takes down Trinex. Getting trolled a little bit by warps there. Misses the torch glitch, but that's okay.
Yeah,
Silver arrows, you don't really need it.
I think he almost went for Silver Strats with the way he handled that fire sword. HUD, sorry. But he actually needs to spin before Ganon fire his bats. Ideally, to be able to hit him with the silver arrows.
And that will do it.
Yeah.
The pig is dead.
DT has finished.
And GG to In the Name of DT. Finishing with a 1:42.44 on his timer.
Yeah, unofficial time, but that will be hopefully 1:42.44. Oh, and we got the official time in chat from our Rust streamer, and well, his timer is on point.
That's a very good time for...
Yeah. He got lucky there, having only to dip one pendant dungeon instead of all three like sonicam did. A very nice race there. So we'll see if he's coming for an interview.
And while we wait on that, we have sonicam going into the back of Meyer. Got the big key off of the bridge and is on his way to take down Vitreous.
Yep, exactly. And Vitreous will be his last boss. So after that, he only needs to go straight to GT. I wonder if he's going to go right side. DT made the good play of not doing right side, even though he had the key. Since the big key was in the Starforce hole, the left side.
You might find a sword over on the right side.
Oh, he might. That would make the Ganon fight and the rest of the gauntlet easier.
And here we go. Again with silver arrows. Just kind of break the game a little bit.
And we are joined here by In the Name of DT himself.
GG.
GG.
Hey there, Ninda and Clifford. Thanks, guys.
What a seed.
You could say that. I mean, it was just, where are the boots? For one thing, that was like the only thing on my mind for I don't even know how long, close to an hour.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then after that, it was Somaria and Ether that it came down to, and said, I mean, there were so many places that they could have been. All three of those items, really.
Yes, and unfortunately, your opponent checked most all of them. He full cleared Eastern and Swamp.
I could not make an easy decision between any of that, between Ice, Swamp, and Eastern. Really, all three of the pendant dungeons, they had pretty clear value in terms of time spent versus the number of locations that you're actually going to be checking. So that was actually a really, really tough decision when it came down to those three.
Yeah.
And so something that I'd like to know is actually what made you decide for Ice?
Well, I was going on a couple of different things. I was thinking, okay, I haven't done Sahasrara, so let me do that and Eastern, because that's 6 items. And then once I was done with Sahasrara, I think, is that where the shovel was?
That's what,
Yep.
yes.
So at that point, that kind of sent me on a different direction, and then I kind of thought, well, no, let me go down to the swamp area, and I think it was at that point that I checked the Bombos tablet, and then
Yep,
remembered
exactly.
that I hadn't actually checked Agnes Cave either. So I was like, okay, well, let me do that, and then that took me too far away from Swamp, and I realized I still hadn't done the Hobo. So okay, let me flute to 8, do that, and then it's just like, well, let's just pick one and go in. And we were closest to ice at that point after doing the hobo, so why not?
That's fair. Sonicam is going into Ganon's tower right now, by the way.
Excellent. Yeah, this was just one of those that didn't really have too much of a clear direction in the end. There were so many locations that these last couple of items we needed could have been, and I mean,
There wasn't a clear direction at the beginning either.
no.
Sonicam went south of Sea Thieves Town before going into Skullwoods and got the mirror and the hook shot before the flute and the hammer, and just sent him off on a totally different path. For the first 45 minutes, you guys were doing totally different things.
Oh, that's
Then
amazing.
you came back together, and then you drifted apart again. It was a really, really interesting seed to watch from
That'll be
from
really,
the
really fun to
settings.
watch back. Yeah, I mean, we had... I mean, of course, the bow was where the bow was. We all know where that was at this point. But that didn't really lock out that much. It just meant that we couldn't complete Eastern or Pod, whichever would have been necessary. I mean, I never went into Eastern. I don't know if anything was there, but it was...
No, nothing was.
It didn't really block anything in the overworld, is what I'm getting at. So, like, the entire game was open to us pretty much the entire time, which was just nuts.
It really was. We were joking about when Aga would be the play right off the beginning, and then, oh hey, here's the cape. Oh hey, here's the sword. Now you can go do Aga whenever you want.
Mm-hmm. I considered it for a little bit right after Kakariko, but I just really decided against it because I just wanted the boots first. Because there was no getting the bow without them, obviously.
Yeah, and if you can't get the bow without them, you might as well not go up the tower without them either.
And as soon as you got a Titus Mist that got you at least partial Dark World access, I don't think Aganim was your priority, right?
No, that's true too, because there were just so many locations to check still. It's not like we needed Aga for Dark World access or anything, or you know, I was worried or wondering what was on the Pyramid Ledge, for instance. It's like there was way too much else to do. Because I knew that the boots weren't going to be up Aghanim's tower, obviously.
So I know you said you didn't want to see the bug net, but then there it was, and then you denied everyone the cool swag in it. What happened? Come on, you found
I guess
it.
I was just really, really upset that it like wasn't orange with some sort of a blue handle instead, and it had a net attached to it. Can stay right in the back pocket of that inventory if it's not tempered sword. Speaking of, did we ever see tempered? Did Sonicam ever pick that up?
We have not seen Tempered Sword yet. It has to be either on Laser
right.
Bridge or somewhere in the back of Ganon's tower.
Unreal. Because I thought for sure that by not checking Eastern or Swamp, I was gonna totally bypass it.
No, you didn't bypass anything except the Bombos medallion.
I can live with that.
And the fourth bottle, which I think was in Eastern.
Okay, because I think I still got 3 of them.
Nice one cycle Lanmo 2 there from Sonicam. Let's see, what else was interesting about this seed? I don't know, do you have any thoughts about things? Any other thoughts?
Only that I could reiterate what I've said for the next hour. It's like, there was just so much to do. Like, I knew that the bow was where it was, and boots were just my absolute priority no matter what else I found. It's like, as soon as I find them, I'm just gonna bounce out of whatever I'm doing and go get my bow. And it actually worked out really, really well that both items in Desert were on that right side. because then I didn't have to worry about going back there at all until I was ready to go and take care of what's it called? Meyer. Because at
Right.
that point, the only items that I still needed were... Well, no, I don't think I had Ice Rod at that point. No, because I didn't do Pod. But I knew that because there were both the Pyramid Fairy crystals, that Samaria and Ether couldn't be at the Pyramid Fairy. So it's like, why not just come back later? Because the items I need for that area aren't going to be found there.
Yep, that's a very valid way of thought. Very interesting too.
Otherwise, I guess just thanks for commentating. Looking
Always
forward to
a lot of
watching this
fun.
one back.
Always a blast. We have
Sonicam.
Moldorm 2 giving Sonicam just a little bit of trouble. Stays
Yeah.
running around in circles.
He gets it. I wonder if he's going to get the swipe net as well.
Oh, he does.
He is. Maybe he's going to be the one with the swipe net strats.
And a double off the beginning for Sonicam. Again, probably would have been a triple with the net.
Yep. Missing the double there. All because of not using the net, of course.
And that's Aga 2 down. On to Ganon for Sonicam.
Yeah, very nice Aganim, despite not using the board net. Very nice.
And now the big crack in the pyramid will break open. And the final fight begins.
Jumping down onto the ring. Link versus Ganon.
It's the nice double.
Nice. Yeah, nice red and spin there. And the Ganon warps and his locations are actually seeded into the seed, if I'm correct.
Yes.
So this means that if Sonicam defeats Ganon, well not defeats, but defeats the phases of Ganons on the same cycles that DT, he's going to get all the same warp cycles and locations and everything.
And on to phase 3.
Yeah, he had no more magic, so decided to replenish it fully. We'll see if he gets the torch glitch.
And he gets the arrow shot and the torch glitch.
Yeah, very nice
Very
combo
nice.
there.
With that, just one more arrow.
There's one
Oh, I
more,
guess
and there it is.
Down goes Ganon for Sonicam.
So GG Sonicam.
And that's looked like a 157.06 or 07 there for sonicam. GG. We'll see if we can get him in here also. So both racers finishing sub 2. That's always nice to see.
Yes, and for sonicam, having had to do all dungeons and still finishing sub 2 is very nice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And DT
Every
also
boss
very
down.
nice, sub 2. Even if it did not finish all dungeons, that was a very good time.
And if you enjoyed this race, there's all sorts of other randomizer going on all the time. I think we have another race on A Link to the Past Randomizer 3 right now. Another one going to start on A Link to the Past Randomizer 4 here in some short order.
Yep.
DG finished with a 142.44 tonight.
I think we're just waiting to see here if sonicam wants to get in for a quick interview.
And that been informed sonicam declines coming in for an interview tonight. So with that, remember to, if you like what you saw, give both those runners a follow. They definitely put on a great show. Good times. Thank you very much to Matt7898 for tracking for us, and to Chloe Prower for running the restream tonight. Thank you so much for commentating with me, Ninban. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Clifford. Had lots of fun too.
We'll have to do it again soon. And
Oh,
but
yeah,
most of all,
definitely.
thanks to all you guys out there watching. I hope everyone has a great and wonderful night and enjoys the rest of this awesome Link to the Past Randomizer tournament. Be sure to follow all 4 Speed Gaming channels. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 through 6 now. We have 6 Speed Gaming channels. And all 4 A Link to the Past Randomizer channels to be sure to get your fill of all the rando that you can hando.
With this said, I think we're going to let the credits hold for sonicam, but for us, it will be a goodbye.